Hello, Bulldog fans. Welcome into another edition of the Samford Sports Wrap-Up. I'm John McIntosh, joined again today by Samford Director of Athletics, Martin Newton. Martin, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Well, as the calendar turns into 2019, it's a new year. No better time to look back at 2018 and another really successful year for the Samford Bulldogs, both on and off the court. We had the new video board here at the Pete Hanna Center to really enhance the fan experience, and of course, on the courts and the fields, a lot of success as well. Indoor track and baseball with championships in the spring, and soccer and volleyball in the fall.
Yeah, looking back on 2018, Johnny Mac, obviously it was a fun year. It was a good year. We've had, I think, 4 SoCon conference championships. It started with baseball, or actually indoor track and field on the women's side, and then baseball had such an incredible run in the NCAA tournament, beating Florida State, and then carried on into the fall sports, with football having its 8th straight winning season, which is a record at this university, so we're proud of Coach Hatcher and what they're doing. Then all the publicity and the fun and the fanfare around Devlin Hodges and what he did, breaking Steve McNair's FCS passing record. And in fact, I'm headed here in a couple of days out to Frisco, Texas. Devlin is one of the 3 finalists for the Walter Payton Award. So just a fun 2018 and a lot to build on. What I'm really proud about as we ended 2018 was that our student athletes, all 360 of them, recorded the highest GPA since we've been keeping record of that. And that, at the end of the day, as Bulldog fans know, that's what it's all about. We're here to educate and to graduate our student athletes. Our graduation success rate came out again at 97%, which is one of the top 15 in the country. It's tops in the SoCon. So really, looking back on 2018, it was great. But as my dad always said, don't embrace success. And now it's time to look forward to 2019 and a lot of exciting things that we've got going on.
Yeah, what are some of the things in 2019 that Bulldog fans can look forward to?
Well, you know, we keep talking about football stadium renovation, and that stadium was built in 1958, and it needs a little bit of renovation. So we're going to do some stuff, hopefully for the start of next season, with a new video board that will probably be one of the largest in the SoCon, if not the largest in the SoCon, which will really enhance the fan experience. We will continue to fund for additional seating for that stadium as well, and then some type of renovation to the press box, and that's all coming up in years to come. But it all starts, Bo Kerr and his development team staff have already started, and 2019 is going to be a big year from a fundraising standpoint for that. And then our basketball programs and where they are right now going into 2019 with men's basketball off to the best start that they've had in I think since 1977 at 11-4, going into very tough conference play. The Southern Conference had a team ranked in the top 25 earlier in the season, with wins over Villanova and Loyola Chicago that were Final Four teams last year. And so they're going into a very tough conference schedule, but the team's got a lot of confidence right now, going into a tough 3-game road stretch with East Tennessee State, which is perennially one of the best teams in the league, and then you've got go to Western Carolina from then Chattanooga, who you know, the Bulldog fans and the Mocs don't always get along real well, and then we finally come back and have a home game against the Citadel. So men's basketball off to a good start. Women's basketball has been on the road for what seems like the entire 2018. They're finally coming back and will be in the friendly confines of the Pete Hanna Center against Montevallo, and then they get right into conference play as well. And I know Mike Morris and his staff is really excited about the opportunities they've got and the direction that they're going now that we've kind of had a very tough non-conference of getting back into league play.
And spring sports right around the corner, too. You got your tennises and your golfs coming up, indoor track again, and then, of course, baseball and softball both reporting here in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, you know, the spring sports, you can always tell we're getting close to the spring sports when it gets cold and it starts raining all the time, you know, as those outdoor sports take place. But excited about the spring. I think Mandy Burford and what she's got going on with softball, she feels like she's got a really strong team coming back, and they'll be tested early. They've got a very tough non-conference. And then Casey Dunn continues to do a great job. We got a young pitching staff that's coming back, and a lot of excitement around the baseball team. And then, you know, both our men's and women's golf, I think they've got returners coming back. They've got experience for the first time in a while. And then David Vest and Raheem continue to build on the success we've had on the tennis programs, both for the men and women. So I'm really excited about 19. I know you had a lot of New Year's resolutions, right?
Yeah.
All around Samford winning championships and yeah, exactly. So I've got a few as well, and one of them is to remain more disciplined in everything that I do, and I think that can be said for our student athletes and our staff as well as we look towards 19, and really being disciplined and staying focused on the mission and the goals that we've got, and not trying to do too much and getting away from those.
Martin, appreciate your time, and we look forward to an exciting 2019.
Thank you, Johnny Mac. Appreciate all you do.
That's Director of Athletics Martin Newton. I'm John McIntosh. That'll do it for this edition of the Samford Sports Wrap-Up. We'll see you next week.